All right, hello. My name is Peter. Welcome. Today, we're going to be doing some drawing here in the sketchbook. I used to feel a little bit guilty that I was only drawing on half of the pages. Well, I'm drawing on every page, but only one side of each page, and I used to feel a little bit guilty about that maybe I wasn't using the whole sketchbook, but there's always more sketchbooks, so if it works best just to draw on half of each or one side, I guess, is one side of each page, half of each page. That's what we're doing in this one, and we're getting close to finishing it. We only have this much left over here. So we're going to do 2 more drawings today. Also, we have a couple items of fan mail to look at. Another thing from Opal. Oh, 2 things. Wait. I think Opal has also sent me these. I have had them sitting behind me for the frequency the frequencies they might generate that might help me with. Oh, look at this. Some sort of honestly, I don't know what this is, but it looks, some sort of praise helix sort of thing. I can't tell if it's like a real helix fossil or if it's something fashioned to look like that. I don't know, honestly. It's pretty though. I'll put it up here so I can get the energies from it as it radiates down on me. Also, this arrived. Look at that. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can put it on one of these strings, but I don't really... that looks too complicated for me. I'll find another string somewhere. I'll keep an eye open for a string I can put this on and keep you all updated. But for now, I'm just going to put it up here with the helix fossil. All right, here's a letter from... doesn't say... See, there's some cool designs on the back, and it says the open spaces are labeled here. Very cool. There's both a cursive version and a print version here, which is very considerate and kind and over the top in the best way possible, because I think I mentioned in the past that I find cursive hard to read, but this is almost look at this cursive. That's insanely neat cursive. The reason I have a hard time reading cursive is that sometimes people are get too good and comfortable with it and all the letters kind of slur and slide together. This letter is from someone named Draco. They're 16 years old. They say they've never written a letter to a YouTube person before. Their interests include watercolor painting, historical fashion, reading and writing fiction, bookbinding, and pens, obviously. Writing this with the Moonman C1 pen filled with the J. Herbin Amethyst de L'Ural ink. I probably mispronounced that. Very kind letter from Draco. I appreciate it. There's a little drawing on the back there. I think the cursive one does have... it's exactly the same. It's very interesting and kind of you to write them both out like that. And then here says treats, and then it was stamped with wax. There's another little drawing. Some stress-free rose and mint herbal tea. Some ink swatches. I think this is J. Urban Amethyst, J. Urban Emerald, and Noodler's Massachusetts here. Very nice. Very nice collection of stickers to add to my collection. I'll have to sticker bomb something soon. I'm getting a nice little collection. And some collectible Band-Aids, too. It looks like these, if I hold them up to the light, it looks like they're camouflage Band-Aids. I wonder if there are people that collect Band-Aids. Here's a very interesting letter. It has designs and things written all around it. A little bit scary, but in a good way. It says, Dear Peter, know this, you are reading this letter exactly when you're supposed to. My name is Gabriel. I go by Beach Dog. I have been watching your videos for a few years now. Your videos have brought me much inspiration. Your passion for art, writing, drawing, painting, pens, ink, paper, and everything in between has led me to explore my passion in music. I play guitar, sing, play keys, repair, make instruments, mix, master, produce, and everything in between. Recently, after doing some research, I have had life-changing epiphanies that have led me to write this letter, one of which was the deconstruction of my idols. As I've said, I have enjoyed your art for many years. In fact, me and my brother would watch them together every time a new one surfaced. I had always compared my art to yours and saw you as an untouchable master of the craft. I am reaching out to you to prove to myself no one is untouchable and that we are all equal. Your fan and friend, Beach Dog. And here's his drawing. An ugly beast. I'm definitely not untouchable. You've touched me with this drawing. I'm not the best, okay? I'm really not. Please. Wonderful letter. All right, here's an interesting letter in a brown paper envelope. The sender is simply labeled as sender, but it is from France. Here's a drawing. I think it's a print. Very nice handwriting. It says, "Hi, Peter. Sorry for writing in all caps. I don't mind at all. My writing isn't good at all otherwise, but don't worry, I'm not shouting at you. I've been doing abstract doodling since forever, but it wasn't until I found you on YouTube that I realized it was a thing. Since a few years ago, I've been enjoying your content every week, and you even inspired me to start my own creative journey on YouTube. I like to alternate between abstract ink doodles and digital paintings, but fountain pen art is still my personal favorite. I decided to join to this short letter a print of the first artwork I ever sold. It's called Vines on a Brick. Oh, I almost forgot. I became an appeals creator after watching your first video with them, so I have to thank you for that. Written with a cross fountain pen and cross black ink. Detroit Variety Channel. Check them out. Very nice. Thank you. That is a very cool drawing. I also have a card here I just got from Ray. It says, "Happy birthday, Peter. Thanks for inspiring me. Your friend, Ray." And then on the back, it says, This card made especially for the Peter who draws and creates and walks and dances and reviews pens and sings and makes life more beautiful for us all." Oh, that's very kind. Thank you for the card. It was very sweet and encouraging. I do have some other packages and stuff that I haven't gotten to yet, but I will in the near future, so stand by. So I went grocery shopping today, and I was checking out is that what it's called at the grocery? Yeah, the checkout. For some reason, when I just said I was checking out, it reminded me of what you do at a library. But is it called the same thing at a library? Do you check out books, or do you rent them? No, that's what you do at Blockbuster. Well, you do kind of rent them at the library. Anyways, my cashier's name was Radion. And I admit I don't know if other people notice this, but I do get a little bit awkward at the grocery store checkout counter, as I'm not really sure what to do as they're ringing up all my groceries, and I'm just kind of standing there. I can only spend so much time swiping my card, right? And I usually just kind of end up absentmindedly looking around at the rest of the people and standing around and trying not to act like I'm keeping too close of an eye on what the cashier is doing, like, because I feel like it'll make their job more stressful if I seem like I'm breathing down their neck about how they're bagging my groceries or whatever. But at this point, I started to daydream about what fictional universes a person named Radion is from. And at first I thought Skyrim, but no, I thought the Fallout universe seems more appropriate. But then I realized, actually, does that mean, if it seems so appropriate to fit into the Fallout universe, does that mean that our real life is actually catching up to the dystopian future of the Fallout universe, if there actually is a real human standing in front of me named Radion? because apparently he fits into this reality also, because here he is, ringing up my groceries. And then I was ripped suddenly and unpleasantly out of my reverie as he put my cold drink in with my hot lunch that I had just collected at the buffet. I had like a buffet lunch that I put in like a little, to-go box, and he put my cold drink that I had gotten out of the cooler together in the same bag. And of course, I'm kind of confrontationally averse, so I didn't say anything because, once again, I didn't want to make his job more difficult, and him to go home at night and sit there on his couch and be like, "Oh, all these people, at work, no matter what I do, they're just like, oh, you put the wrong thing in the wrong bag, put it in different bags." So I was like, I'm just gonna fix it when I go outside. I'll take the cold drink out of the bag with the hot food. I could see the logic in putting those two items together, because he was smart enough to realize that I was going to eat those two things together as soon as I got home, which I did. So they do kind of go together. Like, that was my lunch, the drink, and the lunch, the food. But still, they kind of ruin each other. The hot lunch would make the cold drink warmer, and the cold drink would make the hot lunch cooler. You don't really want hot and cold things together in the same bag, right? At least am I the only one who thinks that? I feel like the other times I've gotten these two things together, the cashiers or the bagger or whatever has put my cold drink in with other colder items, like my jugs of cold brew coffee that I get, stuff like that, which makes a little more sense. Anyways, that's really all I had to say about my grocery shopping today. And I don't know what it is, but about half the carts, the grocery shopping carts, seem to have one wheel with a big flat spot on them. And then it makes the whole cart very loud to drive around. I mean, maybe if you put a big 16-pack of some beverages in there, it silences it a little. But, carts are made out of metal, and they're very rattly and loud. And if there's a flat spot on one wheel, and it seems about half the carts have a flat spot. And forever, I thought they were intentionally ruining one of the wheels, just because it was so prolific that there were flat spots on these wheels. And I had gone to another grocery store. Usually I just go to the same grocery store over and over again. And once I went to another grocery store and I grabbed a cart and half expected it, just out of habit, to have a flat spot on the wheel and the cart to be very loud. But no, the cart was all smooth and perfect. The nicest, smoothest ride I had ever experienced. I'm like, wait a second. It doesn't actually make sense that all the carts have to be loud and bumpy, right? Why is that? And I think probably what happens is the people are pushing the carts around, either inside or outside in the parking lot, and something gets stuck in front of one of the wheels. And so the wheel stops turning, but they keep pushing it, and it wears down a flat spot on the wheel, and then they just don't replace the wheels or something like that. I don't know. That's the only thing I can figure. I really did think they were intentionally ruining the wheels at one point, just because so many of them are like this. And I thought, do they not want, are they doing this so that the carts won't be too nice and people won't steal them? Or so that the carts will make noise and so people won't, there won't be as many collisions, people running into each other with carts or something? I was trying to come up with all these weird justifications for why the owners of the grocery store would want to sabotage their own shopping carts, but there really can't be a good reason, right? Really, now the only thing to figure out is why they wouldn't repair their own carts. Why they would now what I need to do is just intentionally grab the loudest, most hanky-janky ones and push them around totally empty, and figure out where the manager is in the store at the time and just kind of do little circles around him with the loudest cart, and maybe he'll finally get it through his head that he needs to make it more of a priority to fix those wheels. That, or maybe I could just say something. That seems really unlike me. Or really, it's been getting a lot better lately because I just take one or two more seconds to look at the wheels of the carts before I grab them. And there really is a fair number of carts with perfectly good wheels at this grocery store. And so Lately I've been getting perfectly fine cards that cause me no problems. So, yeah. There you go. That's my opinion on grocery shopping carts at the moment. Also, I like the little short ones, the little baby shopping carts, and but sometimes I find that I get too much stuff, so that I wish I'd gotten a big one. Okay. All right, I'll take it easy. Goodbye. Have a good day, and yeah, see you later. Goodbye.